As the first blush of dawn spills across the boundless Kenyan grasslands, a solitary male lion stands sentinel atop a gentle rise, his mane ablaze with the golden light of morning. The air is crisp, filled with the distant calls of awakening wildlife and the subtle rustle of wind through the acacia. This lion, a living emblem of the wild, is not merely a solitary hunter, but the keystone of a sophisticated and ancient social structure, the pride. In these vast, untamed plains, lions have evolved to thrive not as isolated predators, but as members of a deeply interconnected community, each individual's existence woven into the fabric of the pride's survival. The pride is a living organism, its strength drawn from the intricate relationships among mothers, daughters, sons, and brothers. Each lion's role is shaped by a delicate balance of age, gender, and experience, forming a dynamic hierarchy that shifts in response to the ever-changing rhythms of the savannah. This cohesion is the pride's greatest asset, enabling it to withstand the harshest droughts, the leanest seasons, and the relentless pressure from rival predators and scavengers. The pride's territory, marked by scent and sound, is a patchwork of grassland, woodland, and riverine thickets, each habitat offering unique challenges and opportunities. At the heart of this society are the lionesses, sisters, mothers, and aunts, whose bonds are forged through years of shared adversity and triumph. Their social grooming is more than a ritual. It is a language of trust and alliance, reinforcing the invisible threads that bind the pride. Lionesses raise their cubs communally, pooling their vigilance and nurturing instincts to shield the vulnerable from lurking dangers. When the threat of a predator looms, they form a living barricade, their bodies and wills united in defense of the next generation. The males, adorned with thick, regal manes, serve as both guardians and warriors. Their deep, resonant roars ripple across the plains, a warning to rivals and a reassurance to their kin. Patrols are conducted with methodical precision as males scent-mark trees and rocks, reinforcing the invisible boundaries of their domain. Their imposing presence alone can deter would-be challengers, but when conflict is inevitable, they unleash a ferocity honed by years of survival in a land where only the strongest endure. For a male lion, life is a crucible of competition. Young males, driven by the urge to claim their own legacy, form coalitions, alliances that increase their chances of toppling established leaders. These confrontations are brutal, echoing across the savannah with the sounds of snarls and the clash of claws. Scars etched into their skin are badges of both victory and defeat, each one a testament to the relentless struggle for dominance. Only those who prevail earn the right to sire cubs and safeguard the pride, while the vanquished are exiled, forced to navigate the wilderness alone, ever watchful for opportunity or peril. For the lionesses, motherhood is a delicate dance between joy and danger. Newborn cubs, blind and utterly dependent, are hidden in dense thickets or rocky outcrops, their presence masked by the scent of their mothers and the camouflage of the landscape. The survival of these cubs hinges on secrecy and the unwavering vigilance of the pride. Lionesses nurse not only their own young, but also those of their sisters, a strategy that ensures the survival of the pride's genetic legacy even in the face of loss. The world of the pride is fraught with peril. Hyenas, ever opportunistic, circle the periphery, testing the pride's defenses with cackling calls and sudden rushes. Disease and starvation are constant threats, their presence felt in the gaunt frames of the weakest. When new males invade, they may commit infanticide, erasing the genetic legacy of their predecessors to secure their own bloodline. The pride's unity is tested by every challenge, its survival dependent on the strength of its bonds and the adaptability of its members. The hunt is a symphony of coordination and patience, orchestrated by the lionesses with remarkable precision. Moving through the tall grass, their tawny coats blend seamlessly with the landscape, rendering them nearly invisible to unsuspecting prey. They communicate through subtle cues, flicks of the tail, glances, and the softest of growls, reading the wind and the shifting patterns of the herds. The pride's hunting strategy is shaped by the terrain. Termite mounds offer vantage points, riverbanks provide ambush sites, and the ever-changing migration of herbivores dictates the rhythm of the chase. As the hunt unfolds, lionesses fan out in a calculated arc, encircling their chosen target, often a zebra or buffalo, isolating it from the safety of the herd. The prey's every movement is anticipated, escape routes methodically blocked by the pride's silent advance. Timing is critical. A single misstep can scatter the herd and spell failure. But when the moment arrives, the pride strikes with explosive speed, their collective power overwhelming even the most formidable quarry. Each lioness knows her role in the hunt, whether driving the prey toward an ambush or lying in wait for the final assault. The males, though less involved in the pursuit, may join the fray when brute strength is required to subdue larger animals. This level of cooperation is unparalleled among big cats, a testament to the evolutionary success of the pride's social structure. The outcome of each hunt shapes the fate of the pride, determining which cubs will thrive and which will struggle. After the kill, the pride gathers for a ritual of sharing. The dominant males feed first, their authority enforced by deep growls and assertive swats. Lionesses and cubs wait their turn, the order of feeding reflecting the hierarchy within the group. Even in this moment of abundance, discipline prevails. Each lion's place at the carcass is respected, and the act of sharing reinforces the social bonds that are vital to the pride's cohesion. As the sun climbs higher and the heat intensifies, the pride seeks refuge beneath the spreading branches of acacia trees. Here, bodies press close in a tapestry of tawny fur, the air filled with the gentle sounds of grooming and the soft purrs of contentment. This midday respite is essential, allowing the lions to conserve energy and maintain the social bonds that underpin their survival. The shade offers protection not only from the sun but also from biting insects and the ever-present threat of dehydration. Play is the crucible in which young lions are forged. Cubs wrestle and chase, honing the skills they will one day need as hunters and leaders. Their games mimic the strategies of the hunt, stalking, pouncing, and ambushing, while adults watch over them, intervening with gentle discipline when play becomes too rough. Through these interactions, cubs learn the rules of pride life, the boundaries of hierarchy, and the subtleties of cooperation. Even the most formidable male is shaped by the pride's embrace. He grooms and is groomed, shares moments of quiet affection, and relies on the collective strength of the group for survival. The pride is his fortress and his family, a source of both power and vulnerability. Alone, he would be exposed to the dangers of the wild. Within the pride, he is both protector and protected. As dusk approaches and the sky is painted with hues of amber and violet, the pride rises as one, moving in silent formation across the savannah. Their movements are guided by ancient instincts, each step a reflection of generations of adaptation to this ever-changing land. The pride's journey is shaped by the availability of water, the migration of prey, and the subtle cues of the environment: wind direction, the scent of distant herds, the calls of other predators. In every playful leap of a cub, every meticulously coordinated hunt, and every shared meal beneath the vast African sky, the legacy of the pride endures. It is an unbroken chain of life, strength, and kinship, echoing across the wild heart of Kenya, a testament to the resilience, adaptability, and profound social intelligence of the lion, the true monarch of these ancient plains. At first light, the Maasai Mara awakens with a chorus of distant calls and the rustle of dew-soaked grass. A lioness, her coat dusted with the faintest gold, moves with measured intent. She chooses a dense thicket, a cradle of concealment for her cubs, each one a fragile bundle of curiosity and instinct. Their coats, still patterned with ghostly rosettes, offer a fleeting shield against the sharp-eyed predators and opportunists that roam these plains. Lion cubs, in their earliest weeks, are nearly helpless, their eyes only recently opened, their movements clumsy, their world limited to the scent and warmth of their mother. They rely on her vigilance, her ability to vanish them into the landscape, and her knowledge of every hollow and shadow. The lioness, driven by the unyielding demands of hunger, must leave her cubs concealed. Each departure is fraught with risk. Cubs left alone are vulnerable not only to rival predators, hyenas, leopards, even large birds of prey, but also to the unpredictable actions of other mammals. The lioness's absence is a calculated risk, a necessity dictated by the cub's need for nourishment. She slips into the savannah, her senses tuned to the faintest tremor in the air, every muscle ready to spring. For her, the hunt is not just survival, it is the only way to ensure her cub's future. The Maasai Mara is a living mosaic, where every species carves out its niche. Antelope graze in loose clusters, their ears flicking at the slightest sound. Elephants, matriarchs leading their young, move with deliberate grace. Predators, lions, leopards, cheetahs, skirt the edges, each aware of the delicate balance that governs these lands. The air is thick with the scent of possibility and peril, and every animal is attuned to the subtle cues that signal opportunity or threat. Not far from the hidden cubs, a troop of olive baboons traverses the grassland. Baboons are highly social primates, their lives structured by complex hierarchies and intricate relationships. The troop is a tapestry of personalities, dominant males with imposing canines, nurturing females carrying infants, and mischievous juveniles testing boundaries. Their foraging is methodical, digging for tubers, plucking insects, and scanning for danger. Baboons are opportunists, their intelligence matched by a boldness that sometimes brings them into conflict with other species. As the troop fans out, a sharp-eyed juvenile baboon halts, its gaze fixed on a patch of trembling grass. The troop's curiosity is piqued. Baboons are known for their investigative nature, unafraid to approach the unfamiliar yet wary of the consequences. The cub, still unsteady, is exposed. A dominant male, muscles rippling beneath his fur, approaches and with surprising delicacy lifts the cub. Such interactions are rare but not unheard of. Baboons have been observed both adopting and harming young animals of other species. The troop's reaction is mixed. Some members bark in alarm, others edge closer, their faces masks of intrigue and caution. The male carries the cub away, his motives inscrutable. Is it curiosity, a display of dominance, or something more complex? When the lioness returns, the air is thick with unfamiliar scents. Lionesses possess an acute sense of smell, capable of distinguishing the faintest traces left by other animals. She circles the area, nostrils flaring, her body language tense. The scent of baboons is unmistakable, musky, sharp, and out of place near her den. Instinct and anxiety drive her to follow the trail, her movements urgent, her calls low and searching. The baboons, sensing the lioness's approach, erupt into chaos. Their alarm calls ripple through the troop, sending individuals scrambling for safety, some leaping into trees, others vanishing into the tall grass. The lioness discovers her cub motionless. The loss is immediate, a stark reminder of the dangers that stalk every corner of the savannah. For lion cubs, mortality rates are high. Only a fraction survive to adulthood, their fate shaped by the unpredictable interplay of predators, competitors, and the environment itself. The lioness lowers her head, nuzzling the cub's fur. Her posture is one of unmistakable grief, a response not unique to lions, but seen across many mammal species. Such moments reveal the emotional depth of these animals, whose lives are shaped by bonds as powerful as any physical force. The savannah, so often a stage for displays of strength, now bears witness to vulnerability and loss. Despite her formidable presence, the lioness is subject to the same uncertainties as every creature here. Apex predators are not immune to tragedy. Their lives are a constant negotiation with fate, shaped by the actions of others and the shifting fortunes of the wild. The loss of a cub is a blow, not just to the mother, but to the pride's future. The Maasai Mara itself is an arena of extremes, scorching sun, sudden storms, and a landscape that tests every inhabitant. Here, survival is not guaranteed by strength alone, but by adaptability, cooperation, and sometimes sheer luck. The interactions between lions and baboons are shaped by this environment. Both species are intelligent, social, and fiercely protective of their young, yet their paths cross in ways that can be both tragic and revealing. For lion cubs, the first months are a gauntlet. They face threats from hyenas, leopards, and even other lions, males that may kill cubs to bring females into estrus. Baboons, too, must defend their infants from leopards and raptors, and their social structure is maintained through constant vigilance and cooperation. The savanna's challenges forge resilience in both species, but also create moments of unexpected interaction, sometimes fatal, sometimes fleetingly gentle. The pride absorbs the loss, its social fabric subtly altered. Lionesses may become more cautious, shifting their den sites more frequently or banding together for protection. Each event leaves an imprint, shaping the pride's strategies and the cub's chances of survival. For baboons, encounters with predators reinforce the importance of group cohesion and the vigilance of sentinels. As dusk settles, the Maasai Mara's story continues, woven from countless interactions, each unique, each contributing to the ever-evolving tapestry of life. The destinies of lions and baboons are intertwined, shaped by competition, curiosity, and the relentless demands of survival. In this ecosystem, every animal, hunter or hunted, faces moments of uncertainty. The lessons of the savannah are written in the lives of its inhabitants, in the courage of a lioness, the resourcefulness of a baboon, and the fragile hope embodied by each new generation. In the wake of a lion pride's successful hunt, the savannah's tranquility is fleeting. The kill, though hard-won, becomes a beacon for a complex web of competitors and opportunists. For lions, the challenge is not only in the hunt, but in defending their prize from a host of persistent rivals. Spotted hyenas, with their acute sense of smell, can detect a fresh kill from several kilometers away. Their arrival is rarely accidental. Scouts communicate the location to the clan, triggering a rapid, organized response. This social intelligence allows hyenas to exploit opportunities across vast territories. Hyena society is matriarchal, with dominant females leading the clan and controlling access to food. Their vocal repertoire is among the most complex of any terrestrial mammal, enabling them to coordinate movements, reinforce social bonds, and even deceive rivals about their numbers. When hyenas approach, lions must weigh the risks of confrontation. Lionesses, often the primary hunters, form a defensive ring around the carcass, using body language and synchronized movements to project unity and strength. The psychological duel is as critical as any physical clash. Hyenas exploit any lapse in the lion's formation, targeting the flanks or attempting to isolate vulnerable members, such as cubs. Their strategy is fluid. Sometimes they harass relentlessly, other times they wait patiently, letting exhaustion and internal disputes weaken the pride's resolve. Physical altercations are brief but intense. Hyenas rely on agility and teamwork, darting in to snatch morsels before retreating. Lions counter with brute force, using their superior size and powerful forelimbs to drive back intruders. Injuries are common, and the scars borne by both species are testament to the ferocity of these encounters. The presence of a dominant male lion can dramatically alter the dynamics. His arrival is often signaled by a deep, resonant roar that carries for miles, warning all challengers. Hyenas, recognizing the increased risk, may withdraw temporarily, but their persistence ensures they never stray far from potential opportunity. These confrontations are shaped by more than brute strength. Both species display remarkable adaptability. Hyenas may feign retreat to lure lions away, while lions use coordinated charges to break up hyena formations. Each side learns from every encounter, refining tactics over generations. The constant threat of kleptoparasitism, having their kills stolen, forces lions to consume food rapidly and often in shifts, with some members standing guard while others eat. This vigilance is crucial, as a moment's distraction can mean the loss of a hard-earned meal. The rivalry between lions and hyenas extends far beyond the immediate struggle for food. Their interactions influence the distribution of prey species, the structure of predator communities, and the flow of nutrients through the ecosystem. By competing and coexisting, they maintain the delicate equilibrium of the savanna, ensuring its resilience and diversity for generations to come. Across Africa's diverse terrains, baboons have mastered survival by forming intricate societies. Each troop, sometimes numbering over 100 individuals, is a living network of relationships, roles, and rivalries. Their presence shapes the very fabric of the ecosystems they inhabit, influencing the balance of plant and animal life around them. At the heart of troop life is a rigid hierarchy. Alpha males dominate through displays of power, but their reign is never secure. Constant challenges from ambitious rivals keep the social order in flux. These power struggles ripple through the troop, affecting everything from feeding order to access to shade during the heat of the day. Grooming is more than hygiene, it's the glue of baboon society. Through careful grooming, individuals forge alliances, ease tensions, and gain protection, using touch as a silent language of trust and loyalty. Grooming sessions can last for hours, with intricate patterns of who grooms whom, reflecting the shifting alliances and subtle debts owed within the troop. Female baboons inherit their mother's rank, a legacy that shapes their access to food, mates, and safety. This matrilineal structure ensures that social status is passed down through generations. Young females learn the nuances of troop politics from their mothers, observing disputes and alliances, and practicing the gestures and calls that will define their own social standing. Ever resourceful, baboons are omnivores, scouring the landscape for roots, seeds, fruit, and insects. Their diet shifts with the seasons, demanding constant adaptation and exploration. As they forage, baboons disperse seeds and disturb the soil, playing a vital role in shaping the vegetation and promoting plant diversity across their range. Yet they are also opportunistic hunters. With patience and stealth, they target small mammals or birds, supplementing their diet with protein when the chance arises. These hunting forays are often led by experienced individuals who teach younger troop members the skills of stalking and ambush, passing on knowledge vital for survival. During coordinated hunts, baboons communicate through subtle signals, grunts, barks, and body postures, demonstrating remarkable teamwork and tactical planning. Each member has a role, from driving prey into ambushes to blocking escape routes, revealing a level of cooperation rare among primates. Their world is a constant negotiation. Disputes erupt over food, mates, or status, resolved through vocalizations, facial expressions, and even ritualized threats, each gesture carrying meaning within the troop. Subtle glances, raised eyebrows, and tooth displays can diffuse tension or escalate conflict, with every interaction shaping the social landscape. Survival hinges on cooperation. Sentinels scan for predators, while others forage or care for young. This division of labor and mutual vigilance is key to the troop's resilience. When danger looms, alarm calls ripple through the group, triggering swift, coordinated retreats to safety in trees or rocky outcrops. Every day, baboons test their agility and intelligence, navigating shifting alliances, evading danger, and seizing opportunity. Playful chases and mock battles among the young hone the skills they'll need as adults, while elders guide the troop with experience and memory. In this ever-changing world, only the most adaptable thrive, ensuring the continued success of these remarkable primates within Africa's wild tapestry. Perched atop the dramatic escarpments of Ethiopia's highlands, the Gelada monkey thrives in an environment few other primates could endure. These ancient plateaus, often veiled in mist and battered by fierce winds, are home to the world's last surviving grass-eating monkeys, a species whose evolutionary journey is as remarkable as the landscape they inhabit. Instantly recognizable by the vivid crimson patch on their chests, Geladas are sometimes called bleeding heart monkeys. This unique feature is not just for show. It signals health and status within their complex social hierarchy. playing a crucial role in communication and mate selection. Geladas are the only primates whose diet consists almost entirely of grass. Their nimble fingers expertly pluck the tenderest blades, while their specialized teeth and powerful jaws grind down tough mountain vegetation. From sunrise to sunset, immense herds sweep across the slopes, their movements synchronized in a daily quest for sustenance. Social structure among geladas is intricate and multi-layered. At the core are units led by dominant males, each surrounded by a harem of females and their offspring. Bachelor males form peripheral bands, constantly assessing the strength and resolve of those in power, waiting for opportunities to challenge and ascend. Power struggles are a daily reality. Males engage in ritualized displays, bearing formidable canines, thrusting their chests and bristling with tension. These confrontations, though dramatic, are rarely violent, relying on intimidation and psychological tactics rather than outright aggression. Communication among geladas is astonishingly sophisticated. They employ a vast repertoire of vocalizations, ranging from soft, rhythmic grunts to haunting, far-carrying calls, alongside expressive facial gestures and body language. These signals maintain group cohesion, resolve disputes, and reinforce social bonds. Social grooming is the cornerstone of Gelada society. Through meticulous grooming sessions, individuals reinforce alliances, soothe tensions, and nurture the intricate web of relationships that binds the group together. Mothers cradle their infants with extraordinary tenderness, while juveniles engage in playful antics, learning the subtle codes of their community. Every glance, gesture, and vocalization carries meaning. Geladas are masters of non-verbal communication, using nuanced facial expressions and postures to convey reassurance, assert dominance, or signal alarm. This constant exchange of information is vital for maintaining harmony within their densely populated groups. Disputes are often resolved through negotiation and ritualized behavior, with reconciliation following moments of tension. This emphasis on social diplomacy ensures the stability and resilience of Gelada communities, even in the face of environmental challenges. In the harsh, unpredictable highlands, survival depends on both cooperation and adaptability. The Gelada's complex society, shaped by millennia of evolution, stands as a testament to the power of unity and intelligence in one of Africa's most breathtaking and formidable environments. Across Kenya's sweeping grasslands, African buffalo herds move as a single, formidable entity, each animal attuned to the subtle cues of its neighbors. Their synchronized movements are not just a spectacle, but a vital survival strategy honed over millennia. Adult buffaloes are built for power, with thick muscular bodies and massive horns that curve outward, forming a natural shield against threats. These horns, known as a boss, are fused at the base, providing extra protection during clashes with predators or rival buffaloes. When danger looms, the herd's response is immediate and coordinated. Older bulls and dominant females instinctively form a defensive ring, placing vulnerable calves and weaker members at the core. This behavior is a testament to their complex social structure, where each individual plays a role in the group's safety. If a predator dares to strike, the herd erupts into action, charging as a unit, bellowing and brandishing their horns to drive off attackers. Their collective bravery is legendary, and buffaloes have been observed returning to rescue fallen companions, demonstrating remarkable loyalty and courage. Even lions, Africa's apex predators, hesitate before a wall of buffalo. The herd's unwavering stance and sheer numbers can force the most determined pride to retreat. This standoff is a powerful reminder of the buffalo's role as both prey and formidable adversary in the savanna ecosystem. Predators rely on isolating the weak or unwary, but buffaloes counter this by maintaining tight formations, communicating through grunts and body language to alert the group of any threat. Their acute senses, keen hearing, sharp eyesight, and a strong sense of smell help them detect danger long before it arrives. Only the most skilled and persistent hunters can break their defenses, and even then, the cost is high. Buffaloes have been known to fatally wound lions in their relentless defense. Injured buffaloes are rarely abandoned, as the herd often circles back to protect or assist them. Their social bonds are reinforced daily through grooming, gentle nudges, and synchronized movements, forging a unity that is both their shield and their strength. Calves learn herd etiquette from a young age, mimicking adults and finding security in the group's embrace. As grazers, African buffaloes play a crucial ecological role. Their constant movement and grazing patterns help shape the landscape, promoting new plant growth and maintaining the balance of grassland ecosystems. By dispersing seeds and creating pathways, they support a diverse web of life. Buffaloes also form symbiotic relationships with birds like oxpeckers, which feed on ticks and parasites from their hides. This mutualism benefits both species and highlights the interconnectedness of savanna life. In the wild heart of Africa, the buffalo's enduring legacy is written in their numbers, their resilience, and the unbreakable ties that bind them together. Their presence shapes the land, sustains countless other species, and stands as a testament to the power of unity in the natural world. Deep within the mosaic of the African savanna, lions and zebras are bound by a complex ecological relationship that extends far beyond the hunt. Their interactions are shaped by evolutionary pressures, environmental constraints, and the intricate web of life that defines this landscape. Both species are keystone players, influencing not only each other but the entire ecosystem around them. Zebras are highly social herbivores, forming stable family groups known as harems, led by a dominant stallion. Their stripes, once thought to be mere camouflage, are now understood to play roles in thermoregulation and deterring biting flies. Zebras are selective grazers, preferring short, nutrient-rich grasses, and their constant movement helps maintain the health of the savanna by preventing overgrazing and promoting plant diversity. Lions, as apex predators, exert top-down control on herbivore populations, shaping the structure of the savanna. Prides are matrilineal, with females forming the core and males defending territory. Lions are opportunistic hunters, but their success rate is low, often less than 30%, forcing them to rely on teamwork, stealth, and the element of surprise. Territorial boundaries are fiercely defended, and coalitions of males may challenge resident males for control, influencing local zebra populations. The behavioral adaptations of both species are finely tuned to this ongoing rivalry. Zebras employ sentinel behavior, with individuals taking turns watching for danger while others graze. When threatened, they emit sharp alarm calls and cluster tightly, placing vulnerable foals at the center. Lions, in turn, exploit environmental features, using termite mounds, wind direction, and the cover of darkness to approach undetected. Their hunting strategies shift with the seasons, targeting weakened or isolated individuals during droughts or after long migrations. The outcome of each encounter reverberates through the ecosystem. A successful hunt provides food not only for the pride but for a host of scavengers, hyenas, jackals, and vultures, while failed attempts reinforce the vigilance and cohesion of zebra herds. The presence of lions influences where and when zebras graze, shaping patterns of vegetation and the distribution of other herbivores. Social dynamics within both species are shaped by these interactions. Lionesses reinforce bonds through cooperative hunting and communal care of cubs, while zebras rely on mutual grooming and vocalizations to maintain group cohesion. The constant threat of predation drives the evolution of complex behaviors, alertness, communication, and rapid decision-making, ensuring the survival of both predator and prey. Environmental factors such as rainfall, drought, and the migration of other herbivores further complicate this relationship. During the dry season, both lions and zebras congregate near dwindling water sources, increasing the frequency of encounters. Nightfall brings new risks, as lions become more active and zebras must balance the need to drink with the danger of ambush. The interplay between lions and zebras is a driving force in the savanna's ecological balance. Their actions influence the distribution of nutrients, the structure of plant communities, and the survival of countless other species. Each adaptation, each behavioral nuance, is a testament to the relentless pressures of natural selection. In wild Kenya, the saga of lions and zebras is not merely a contest of survival, but a dynamic process that shapes the land itself. Their ongoing struggle fosters biodiversity, resilience, and the enduring vitality of the savanna, a living tapestry woven from the threads of competition, adaptation, and coexistence. Perched atop the wind-lashed plateaus of Ethiopia's Baal and Simeon Mountains, the Ethiopian wolf is a master of survival in a world few creatures dare to inhabit. At elevations soaring above 3,000 meters, the air is thin, temperatures plunge below freezing at night, and the landscape is a patchwork of tussock grass, giant lobelias, and volcanic rock. Here, the Ethiopian wolf is the apex predator, yet it is also one of the most endangered canids on Earth, with fewer than 500 individuals remaining, each one a vital thread in the fragile tapestry of the Afro-Alpine ecosystem. The Ethiopian wolf's existence is defined by its specialization. Unlike any other wolf, it is a solitary hunter, its slender, russet body built for stealth and agility. Its elongated muzzle is exquisitely tuned to detect the faintest scent of a rodent beneath the soil, while its sharp, upright ears swivel independently, capturing the subtlest vibrations of movement. The wolf's primary quarry is the giant mole rat, a burrowing rodent found nowhere else, but it also preys on grass rats, vley rats, and other small mammals that thrive in the high-altitude grasslands. Each wolf traverses vast, open expanses alone, weaving silently through tufts of grass and rocky outcrops. The Afro-Alpine zone offers little concealment, demanding patience and acute senses. The wolf's gait is light and deliberate, minimizing noise and conserving precious energy in the oxygen-starved air. It pauses often, nose close to the ground, reading the invisible trails left by its subterranean prey. When the moment comes, the wolf's hunting technique is a marvel of precision. It freezes, muscles coiled, every sense focused on the faintest tremor beneath the earth. With a sudden, explosive leap, it drives its snout into the soil, jaws snapping shut on a mole rat before the rodent can retreat. This pounce is not just instinct, it is the result of countless hours of practice, honed by the relentless demands of its environment. Though solitary in the hunt, the Ethiopian wolf's social life is intricate and essential. Packs are composed of closely related individuals, siblings, parents, and offspring, each wolf playing a distinct role. Territories are marked with scent and defended with ritualized displays, but rarely with violence. Within the pack, communication is subtle. A flick of the tail, a soft whine, a gentle nuzzle. Pups are raised communally, with older siblings and even non-breeding adults contributing to their care and protection. Social bonds are reinforced through grooming and close physical contact, vital for warmth during frigid nights and for maintaining unity in the face of adversity. The pack's cohesion is its shield against rival wolves and opportunistic scavengers, and its strength in rearing the next generation. The Ethiopian wolf's world is one of extremes. Days can be sun-drenched and deceptively warm, but nights bring biting cold and frost. Sudden hailstorms sweep across the plateau, and the landscape shifts from lush green to barren brown with the seasons. The wolves must constantly adapt, shifting their hunting grounds as rodent populations ebb and flow, and seeking shelter among boulders and crevices when the weather turns hostile. Every sense is attuned to survival. The wolf's keen eyesight scans for distant movement, while its acute hearing detects the approach of lammergeiers or spotted hyenas. Its reddish coat, unique among wolves, blends seamlessly with the ochre grasses and volcanic soil, offering camouflage from both prey and potential threats. The Ethiopian wolf's story is one of exquisite adaptation, a solitary hunter, a devoted family member, and a survivor on the very edge of existence. In the silent, wind-swept heights of Africa, it endures as a living testament to the power of specialization and the resilience of life in the harshest of realms. Across Africa's vast and varied landscapes, survival stories unfold not only on the ground, but high above and along the most precarious cliffs. Here, two remarkable species, great white pelicans and the Walia ibex, demonstrate extraordinary adaptations to their unique environments. The great white pelican is a master of the skies and water alike. With wingspans reaching nearly 12 feet, these birds are among the largest flying in Africa. Their V formations are not merely for spectacle. Each bird benefits from the upwash of air created by the one ahead, reducing fatigue and enabling them to traverse thousands of kilometers during migration. This aerodynamic cooperation is vital as they cross the relentless Sahara, where sandstorms and searing thermals test their endurance to the limit. Guided by an innate sense of direction, pelicans navigate using the sun by day and the stars by night. Their journey culminates at the alkaline lakes of Kenya's Rift Valley, where the abundance of fish provides a seasonal feast. Here, pelicans display remarkable teamwork. Forming semicircles, they drive fish into shallow waters, then plunge their expandable pouches in perfect synchrony. This cooperative hunting not only ensures their survival, but also maintains the delicate balance of the lake's ecosystem. The Rift Valley lakes themselves are ecological marvels, supporting vast flocks of flamingos, tilapia, and countless invertebrates. Pelicans must compete with other fish-eating birds, yet their size and coordinated tactics often give them the upper hand. During breeding season, pelicans construct nests from reeds and mud on isolated islands, where their chicks are fiercely guarded from aerial predators such as African fish eagles and marabou storks. Far to the north, the Walia ibex reigns over the vertiginous cliffs of Ethiopia's Simien Mountains. Endemic to this region, the Walia ibex is a symbol of adaptation to extreme terrain. Their split hooves, with rubbery undersides, provide exceptional grip on sheer rock faces, allowing them to scale vertical cliffs inaccessible to most predators. This agility is crucial for evading leopards and golden wolves, their primary natural threats. The ibex's curved horns, which can grow over 3 feet long in males, serve as formidable weapons during the rut. Ritualized battles for dominance are common, with rivals clashing horns in dramatic displays of strength and stamina. These contests rarely result in serious injury, but establish a clear hierarchy within the herd, ensuring the strongest genes are passed on to the next generation. Walia ibex are highly social, forming small herds that graze on alpine grasses, lichens, and hardy shrubs. Their diet is uniquely adapted to the sparse vegetation of the highlands, and their digestive systems efficiently extract nutrients from tough, fibrous plants. During the dry season, ibex descend to lower elevations in search of water, but always return to the safety of the cliffs at dusk. Both pelicans and ibex share their habitats with a rich tapestry of wildlife. In the Rift Valley, pelicans often fish alongside cormorants and herons, while the lake's shores teem with flamingos and hippos. In the Simien Mountains, Gelada monkeys graze the high meadows, and lammergeiers, bone-eating vultures, soar on the thermals above the cliffs, each species finely tuned to its ecological niche. From the pelican's effortless glide above Rift Valley lakes to the ibex's daring leaps across dizzying heights, every movement is a testament to their mastery of place and survival. These animals are not only icons of adaptation, but also vital contributors to the health and diversity of their ecosystems. In Africa's wild heart, the journeys of pelican and ibex reveal a world where specialization, cooperation, and resilience shape the fate of all who call it home. Their stories remind us of the intricate connections that sustain life across the continent's most dramatic landscapes. In the heart of Africa's untamed wilderness, the leopard glides through its domain, silent, unseen, and unrivaled in stealth. Every movement is calculated, each step a testament to its mastery of concealment. The leopard's presence is a whisper on the wind, more often felt than witnessed, as it navigates the intricate tapestry of grasslands, forests, and rocky outcrops. Unlike the boisterous gatherings of lions or the chattering troops of baboons, the leopard is a solitary enigma. It moves alone, its golden coat dappled with rosettes that dissolve into the shifting patterns of sunlight and shadow. This camouflage is not merely for hunting, it is a shield, a cloak that allows the leopard to vanish into the landscape, evading both prey and rival predators. The leopard's territory is vast and varied, stretching from the dense, humid rainforests where light barely touches the ground, to the open savannas where acacia trees cast long shadows, and up to the rugged highlands where rocky outcrops provide vantage points for silent observation. Each environment demands a different strategy, and the leopard adapts with seamless precision. It marks its boundaries with subtle signs, scratches on bark, scent left on branches, and silent patrols under the cover of dusk and dawn. Always alone, always vigilant, the leopard is attuned to every rustle, every shift in the wind, every distant call of potential prey or threat. Adaptability is the leopard's greatest weapon. Its diet is as varied as its habitat, ranging from agile antelope to nimble monkeys and even birds. The leopard's hunting style is an art of patience and precision, relying on acute senses and an uncanny ability to read the environment. Its fur, marked with intricate rosettes, breaks up its outline in the dappled light of the forest or the tangled undergrowth of the savannah. This natural camouflage renders the leopard nearly invisible, a ghostly presence that can wait motionless for hours, blending perfectly with its surroundings. Whether crouched in tall grass or nestled among the shadows of dense foliage, the leopard's form is lost to all but the most attentive eyes. This invisibility is its greatest defense, allowing it to avoid confrontation and strike with deadly surprise. When not hunting, the leopard rests in seclusion, often concealed in thick vegetation or perched in the crook of a tree, where it remains undisturbed and alert to the world around it. The hunt itself is a display of patience and explosive power. The leopard stalks its prey with painstaking care, moving low to the ground, every muscle tensed, every movement deliberate. It inches forward, pausing at the slightest sound, eyes locked on its target, whiskers twitching in anticipation. The final approach is a blend of silence and tension as the leopard closes the gap with calculated precision. In a heartbeat, the leopard explodes into action, muscles coiled, claws unsheathed, jaws ready to clamp down with lethal force. Its speed is astonishing, its attack precise. Antelope, monkeys, and birds fall victim to this master hunter, each kill a testament to the leopard's skill and adaptability. But the hunt is only half the battle. The leopard must protect its prize from opportunistic scavengers, hyenas, jackals, and even lions. With astonishing strength, it drags its kill high into the branches of a tree, hoisting heavy carcasses with ease, defying gravity and the reach of ground-bound thieves. Here, in the safety of the canopy, the leopard feasts undisturbed, sometimes remaining for days, hidden from the world below. The tree becomes both fortress and larder, a place of solitude where the leopard can rest and digest in peace. As night falls, the leopard's world awakens. Its vision, adapted for low light, pierces the darkness, and its padded paws move silently over leaf litter and stone. The night belongs to the leopard. It glides through the shadows, senses heightened, every movement a blend of grace and caution. From the tangled forests of the Congo, where thick vines and ancient trees create a labyrinth of green, to the sun-baked rocks of southern Africa, the leopard's adaptability is unmatched. It thrives in isolation, shaped by the demands of survival and the ever-present need for secrecy. Whether navigating the flooded plains after seasonal rains or seeking shelter in the cool shade of a kopje, the leopard's ability to read its environment ensures its continued reign as one of Africa's most enduring predators. In the intricate web of Africa's wildlife, the leopard is the silent thread, rarely seen yet always present, weaving through the landscape with unmatched subtlety. Its silhouette at dusk, a fleeting glimpse in the bush, or the glint of eyes in the darkness, these are the only signs of its passage. The leopard stands as a symbol of stealth, adaptability, and solitary strength, a true phantom of the wild, perfectly attuned to a world where only the most elusive survive. Deep within Africa's vast savanna, rivers serve as the arteries of life, channels of precious water that wind through the arid grasslands, sustaining a remarkable diversity of species. These waterways are not merely physical features. They are dynamic ecosystems, shaping the landscape and dictating the rhythms of survival for all who dwell nearby. The riverbanks become bustling hubs of activity, where herds of antelope, zebra, and buffalo converge to drink, often side by side with their predators. This proximity creates a tense equilibrium. Predators like lions and leopards lurk in the shadows, while prey remain ever vigilant, relying on numbers and acute senses to detect danger. The river's edge is a stage for constant negotiation between hunger and survival. Beneath the surface, Nile crocodiles dominate as apex aquatic predators. Their bodies, armored and ancient, are perfectly adapted for ambush. Camouflaged among logs and mud, they remain motionless for hours, conserving energy and waiting for the opportune moment to strike. With only their eyes and nostrils breaking the water's surface, crocodiles employ extraordinary patience. Their ambush strategy is a marvel of evolutionary refinement, waiting, sometimes for days, until a vulnerable animal approaches. When the moment comes, they explode from the water with astonishing speed, their jaws capable of exerting immense pressure to subdue even large prey. Yet, crocodiles are more than hunters. As opportunistic scavengers, they consume carrion, efficiently recycling nutrients and preventing the spread of disease. Their role as both predator and cleaner is vital for maintaining the river's ecological balance. Sharing these waters are the formidable hippos. Despite their herbivorous diet, hippos are among the most territorial and aggressive animals in Africa. By day they cluster in pods, submerging themselves to regulate body temperature and protect sensitive skin from the sun, with only their nostrils, eyes and ears exposed above the water. As dusk falls, hippos leave the safety of the water to graze on land, consuming vast quantities of grass. Their nightly migrations create well-trodden paths through the reeds and mud, shaping the landscape. Despite their bulk, hippos can run surprisingly fast and will fiercely defend their territory or young from intruders, including crocodiles. The physical impact of hippos is profound. Their movements carve channels and pools along the riverbanks, altering water flow and creating microhabitats for fish, amphibians, and invertebrates. These modifications increase habitat complexity, supporting greater biodiversity within the river ecosystem. Above and along the river, a vibrant community of aquatic birds flourishes. Great egrets and African fish eagles perch in strategic vantage points, their keen eyesight allowing them to detect the faintest movement below, a ripple betraying the presence of fish, amphibians, or even small reptiles. Kingfishers, with their iridescent plumage, dive with remarkable precision, while storks and herons wade through shallows, using their long legs and sharp beaks to hunt. Each species has evolved specialized techniques, minimizing competition and maximizing survival in this crowded environment. These avian predators play a crucial ecological role, regulating populations of fish and insects. Their presence also serves as a barometer for the river's health. Declines in bird numbers often signal broader environmental issues within the ecosystem. The interactions among crocodiles, hippos, and birds are intricate and interdependent. Hippos may inadvertently provide feeding opportunities for birds by stirring up aquatic life, while crocodiles benefit from the vigilance of other species, which can alert them to approaching prey or danger. This web of relationships exemplifies the complexity and resilience of riverine ecosystems. As dawn breaks and dusk settles, the river pulses with life. Each sunrise brings new challenges and opportunities, while the night cloaks the savanna in mystery. Along these vital waterways, the drama of existence is played out in countless interactions, each species contributing to the enduring vitality of the African river. As the last rays of sunlight slip beneath the horizon, the savanna transforms. The golden grasses, once ablaze with daylight, now shimmer under a deepening indigo sky, and the temperature drops, signaling the start of a hidden, bustling world. As darkness settles, the air fills with a tapestry of sounds, chirping katydids, the rhythmic pulse of crickets, and the distant, haunting whoop of a hyena. The savanna's nocturnal orchestra signals a shift in power and purpose. Deep underground, the aardvark senses the cooling earth above. Emerging cautiously, it blinks in the dim light, its nostrils twitching to catch the faintest scent of termites. With powerful, spade-like claws, the aardvark carves through hardened soil, following invisible trails left by its insect prey. Each excavation is a calculated effort, minimizing noise to avoid alerting predators. Its tongue, coated in sticky saliva, darts into labyrinthine tunnels, extracting thousands of termites and ants. The aardvark's metabolism is tuned for this feast, allowing it to thrive on a diet few others can exploit. Solitary by nature, the aardvark's nightly wanderings leave behind a network of burrows, vital shelters that by dawn will offer refuge to warthogs, reptiles, and even owls. In the tangled canopy above, bush babies, galagos, awaken. Their enormous, forward-facing eyes reflect the moonlight, granting them exceptional night vision. With spring-loaded hind limbs, bush babies launch themselves across impossible gaps, navigating the acacia's thorny maze with acrobatic precision. Their soft, high-pitched calls serve as both communication and a warning to rivals. Their diet is as varied as their movements, probing bark for insects, delicately peeling fruit, and licking sweet gum exuded by wounded trees. Each meal is a testament to their adaptability in a world of shifting resources. In the moonlit canopy, their fleeting silhouettes vanish as quickly as they appear, leaving only the rustle of leaves in their wake. Above the trees, the African barn owl glides silently, its wings engineered for near-soundless flight. The owl's facial disc acts as a satellite dish, channeling the faintest rustle of a rodent through the grass below. With acute hearing and night vision, the owl pinpoints prey invisible to most. Its talons, razor-sharp and swift, are the final word in the savanna's nightly hunt. A sudden, silent dive, then the owl vanishes into the darkness, clutching its quarry, leaving only a ripple in the grass as evidence of the hunt. On the ground, civets and genets slip through the undergrowth, their bodies low and movements fluid. Civets mark their territory with musky scent, while genets use their agility to scale trees in pursuit of roosting birds or sleeping lizards. Porcupines, armored in quills, shuffle methodically through the grass. Their sensitive noses guide them to hidden bulbs and tubers, and their powerful jaws make short work of tough roots that few others can digest. Each nocturnal species is a specialist. Some rely on acute hearing, others on scent or touch. Their behaviors are shaped by the need to avoid predators, conserve energy, and exploit resources unavailable by day. The savanna at night is a realm of subtlety and strategy, where every movement is calculated, and every adaptation is a response to the challenges of darkness. Beneath a sky ablaze with stars, the nocturnal web of life weaves on, each creature playing a vital role in the intricate balance of this extraordinary ecosystem, their stories unfolding in the shadows, unseen but essential. Beneath the towering grasses of the Kenyan savanna, a hidden world pulses with life and purpose. Amidst the tangled roots of ancient trees, countless insect species orchestrate the unseen processes that sustain this ecosystem. Termites, often underestimated, are among the most influential architects of the savanna. Alongside them, dung beetles perform essential ecological engineering, each species adapted to a specific niche. Termites are not simply builders. They are ecosystem engineers whose colonies can number in the millions. Their mounds, constructed from a blend of soil, saliva, and fecal matter, are marvels of natural architecture, featuring intricate ventilation systems that regulate temperature and humidity with remarkable precision. These towering structures rise above the plains, serving as microclimates that buffer colonies from the savanna's extremes. Within, a labyrinth of tunnels and chambers houses specialized castes, workers, soldiers, and reproductive individuals, each fulfilling a unique role in the colony's survival. Termites excel at breaking down cellulose-rich plant material, a feat few other organisms can accomplish. By decomposing dead wood and grasses, they transform organic debris into nutrient-rich humus, replenishing the soil and fueling new plant growth. Their constant tunneling aerates the earth, improving water infiltration and root penetration, and preventing soil compaction. These subterranean networks create microhabitats for a diversity of invertebrates, fostering a complex web of interdependent life. During drought, termite mounds retain moisture and moderate temperatures, providing critical refuges for many species. Reptiles, amphibians, and small mammals exploit these havens, relying on the stable microclimate and abundant insect prey. Dung beetles, meanwhile, are masters of resource recycling, each species specializing in a particular type of dung or burial strategy. Drawn by chemical cues, they locate fresh herbivore droppings within minutes, often arriving before the scent has faded. Some species, known as rollers, sculpt dung into near-perfect spheres and transport them impressive distances, guided by celestial cues such as the sun or even the Milky Way. Others, called tunnelers, bury dung directly beneath the deposit, creating subterranean larders for their developing larvae. Fierce competitions erupt as beetles battle for the best resources, displaying remarkable strength and persistence relative to their size. Through their relentless activity, dung beetles rapidly remove and bury vast quantities of dung, preventing the buildup of waste and reducing the spread of parasites and disease. Their actions enhance soil fertility, increase nutrient cycling, and promote the growth of grasses and other vegetation. By returning essential minerals to the earth, dung beetles help maintain the productivity and resilience of the savanna ecosystem. Their efforts suppress parasites that would otherwise proliferate, indirectly safeguarding the health of grazing animals and stabilizing herbivore populations. Together, termites and dung beetles are the silent stewards of the land, each fulfilling specialized ecological roles that underpin the savanna's vitality. Their engineering creates habitats, cycles nutrients, and shapes the very structure of the landscape, enabling a diversity of life to flourish. Without their ceaseless, unseen efforts, the savanna would become impoverished, its soils depleted, its vegetation sparse, and its intricate web of life unraveling. The abundance and diversity of animal life would dwindle, unable to thrive in a landscape stripped of its foundational caretakers. In the intricate web of life, it is these small, tireless creatures, each with unique behaviors and ecological roles, who keep the savanna thriving. Their collective actions, from the microscopic to the monumental, sustain the cycles that nourish all life here. In the grand tapestry of the savanna, it is the intricate professional work of insects that shapes the destiny of giants. Across the endless horizons of the African savanna, a primal rhythm pulses, one that orchestrates the largest terrestrial migration on Earth. The Great Migration is not merely a movement, but a complex ballet of survival, adaptation, and instinct. Each year, over 1 million wildebeest surge forward, joined by hundreds of thousands of zebras whose sharp eyesight and memory for water sources help guide the herds through the labyrinth of the plains. Gazelles, nimble and alert, weave through the masses, relying on their speed and agility to evade predators and keep pace with the ever-shifting herds. The journey is dictated by the rains. Herds sense distant thunder and the scent of fresh grass carried on the wind. Wildebeest, with their acute sense of smell, detect the subtle changes in humidity and soil, leading the migration toward newly sprouted pastures. The shifting seasons bring both opportunity and peril. As the landscape transforms, so too do the strategies of survival. Wildebeest form tight, swirling groups when threatened, confusing predators with their numbers and unpredictable movements. Their instincts drive them toward the promise of rain, even when it means braving unknown dangers. Zebras, meanwhile, use their social bonds and vocalizations to maintain cohesion, warning each other of threats and remembering safe crossing points. The partnership between species is vital. Zebras graze on tougher grasses, exposing tender shoots for wildebeest, while wildebeest's numbers offer zebras protection. The migration is a relentless test of endurance and unity. Rivers present the most formidable obstacles. Herds gather at the banks, their senses heightened by the scent of danger in the air. Crocodiles, perfectly camouflaged beneath the muddy currents, wait in silence, their patience rewarded by the chaos of the crossing. Wildebeest and zebras hesitate, sensing the invisible threat, before the pressure of the herd compels them to plunge forward in a desperate surge. Some fall victim to the jaws below, but the majority are swept onward by the momentum of survival. Predators shadow the migration at every stage. Lions stalk the flanks, using the tall grass as cover to ambush the unwary or the weak. Hyenas, ever opportunistic, trail the herds, targeting stragglers and scavenging the remains of failed crossings. Cheetahs exploit moments of confusion, relying on explosive speed to isolate and capture the young or infirm. Yet the sheer scale and coordination of the migration overwhelm even the most skilled hunters, ensuring the survival of the many. The ecological impact of the migration is profound. As the herds move, they trim and fertilize the grasslands, stimulating new growth and maintaining the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Their hooves churn the soil, dispersing seeds and aerating the earth, while their droppings enrich the land, supporting insects and smaller grazers. This constant movement shapes the very landscape, creating pathways and influencing the distribution of plant species. In their wake, lush grasslands flourish, providing sustenance for countless other animals. From insects and birds to antelope and elephants, unique survival strategies emerge at every turn. Wildebeest calves are born in synchrony, overwhelming predators with sheer numbers and increasing the odds of survival for each individual. Zebras form protective circles around their young during rest, while gazelles rely on erratic leaps to evade capture. Even the smallest creatures adapt. Birds follow the herds, feeding on insects stirred up by the march, and dung beetles thrive on the abundance left behind. The migration is a living engine of renewal, its cycles echoing through every layer of the savanna's web of life. In this vast, untamed theatre, every step, every struggle, and every triumph is a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of Africa's wild inhabitants, forever adapting, forever moving, and forever shaping the land they call home. As the tumult of the Great Migration fades into the dusk and the last echoes of hooves drift away, a quieter world awakens beneath the cover of darkness. The African savanna, so often defined by its giants, now belongs to its smallest, most elusive residents, the nocturnal mammals. In this hidden realm, survival depends not on size or strength, but on stealth, adaptation, and ancient instinct. Beneath the tangled grass, the African pygmy mouse emerges. Barely the weight of a leaf, it navigates a universe of towering stems. Its oversized ears swivel for the faintest warning, while delicate whiskers brush the earth, mapping a path through the undergrowth. Each night it embarks on a silent quest for seeds and insects, storing precious morsels in tiny cheek pouches for leaner times. Nearby, the four-toed hedgehog shuffles methodically through the leaf litter. Its spiny armor is a formidable defense, but it relies on acute smell and hearing to locate beetles and larvae hidden beneath the soil. When threatened, it curls into a perfect ball, an ancient tactic that has served its kind for millennia. In the cool air, the spring hare bounds across open patches, propelled by powerful hind legs. With each leap, it covers surprising distances, evading snakes and owls that patrol the night. Its enormous eyes gather every glimmer of starlight, while sensitive nostrils detect the faintest scent of danger. Elsewhere, the bush-veld elephant shrew darts between rocks and roots. Quick as a flicker, it forages for ants and termites, using its elongated snout to probe crevices. Its world is one of perpetual caution, pausing, listening, vanishing in a heartbeat at the snap of a twig. The savannah is a mosaic of microhabitats, each supporting a cast of miniature specialists. The African dormouse, with its bushy tail and nimble paws, scurries through acacia branches, feasting on nectar and insects. The slender mongoose glides through the shadows, its sharp senses tuned to the faintest rustle of prey. Even the banded grass mouse, so often overlooked, plays a vital role, spreading seeds and aerating the soil with its constant burrowing. Predators lurk in this miniature world too. The barn owl drifts silently overhead, its heart-shaped face scanning for the slightest movement below. Genets, with their spotted coats and graceful tails, slip through the darkness, their eyes reflecting the moonlight as they hunt the unwary. Each of these creatures is a master of adaptation. Some blend seamlessly into their surroundings with cryptic colors and patterns. Others rely on speed, agility, or the safety of communal burrows. Their lives are shaped by the rhythm of the night, timed to the rising of the moon and the cooling of the air, to the fleeting abundance of insects after a rain or the subtle shifts in the wind. Though small and seldom seen, these nocturnal mammals are essential threads in the savannah's tapestry. They pollinate flowers, disperse seeds, and keep insect populations in balance. Their hidden dramas, played out in silence and shadow, are as vital to the health of the ecosystem as the thunderous migrations that sweep the plains by day. As dawn approaches and the first light touches the horizon, these secretive denizens retreat to their burrows and nests, leaving only faint traces behind, a ripple in the grass, a delicate footprint in the dust. The savannah sleeps once more, its secrets safe until night falls again. As the first blush of dawn sweeps across the savannah, a new chapter unfolds high above the grasslands. The world's quiet is broken not by footfalls, but by the silent drift of wings. Birds of prey, the skyward sentinels, rise to claim the morning. These raptors, from the regal martial eagle to the nimble kestrel, are more than hunters. They are vital stewards of balance, their lives woven tightly into the fabric of this wild domain. Perched atop acacia crowns, the battler eagle scans the horizon. Its scarlet face and bold wings are unmistakable, but it is the keen eye, able to spot movement from hundreds of meters away, that marks it as a master of the air. With a sudden tilt, the battler launches, gliding low to seize an unsuspecting rodent or snake, its talons closing with silent precision. Every hunt is a lesson in efficiency, every meal a testament to adaptation. Nearby, the African fish eagle reigns along the riverbanks. Its piercing cry echoes over the water, stirring the dawn into motion. From a high perch, it watches the surface for the faintest ripple. With a swift, decisive plunge, it lifts a struggling fish from the shallows, an aerial ballet of power and grace. The fish eagle's presence shapes the river's ecology, keeping aquatic life in delicate equilibrium. In the open plains, the secretary bird strides with deliberate purpose. Unlike its soaring cousins, it hunts on foot, stalking through the grass with long, stilt-like legs. Its quarry, snakes, lizards, and insects, stand little chance against its lightning-fast kicks. The secretary bird's unique hunting style not only controls pest populations, but also stirs smaller creatures from hiding, feeding a cascade of life. Overhead, the lappet-faced vulture circles on warm thermals, surveying for signs of a fresh kill. Though often maligned, vultures are the savannah's ultimate recyclers. Their powerful beaks can tear through the toughest hides, ensuring that nothing goes to waste. By swiftly removing carcasses, they prevent disease and support the health of countless other species, nature's cleanup crew, tireless and essential. Even the smaller raptors play their part. The kestrel, with its rapid wing beats, hovers above the grass, pinpointing insects and tiny mammals. The dark-chanting goshawk slips between branches, weaving through woodland edges in pursuit of birds and reptiles. Each species occupies a niche, its survival intertwined with the rise and fall of prey populations, the pulse of the seasons and the shifting tides of weather. The relationships between birds of prey and their environment are intricate and ever-changing. When rains transform the plains, prey becomes abundant, and raptor families flourish. In lean times, competition sharpens, forcing innovation and resilience. Nesting sites, high cliffs, hollow trees, or dense thickets are fiercely defended, their locations chosen with care to protect the next generation from predators and the harshness of the elements. In this aerial realm, every action has ripples. The fall of a mouse, the flight of a dove, the presence of a carcass, all are signals read and acted upon by sharp-eyed raptors. Their movements shape the behavior of other animals, influencing where herds graze, where rodents burrow, and even how insects swarm. As the day unfolds and the sun climbs higher, the birds of prey retreat to shaded perches, conserving energy for the next hunt. Their silhouettes become part of the savanna's tapestry, reminders of the unbroken chain that binds sky to earth, predator to prey, life to death. Here in the boundless blue, the balance of the savanna is maintained by wings, talons, and vision, by the silent, watchful presence of the raptors, guardians of the wild. Beneath the golden grasses and scattered stones, a secret world stirs. One ruled not by fur or feather, but by scales and silent patience. As the sun climbs higher, the savanna's reptiles emerge from their cool refuges, their bodies warmed by ancient instincts and the promise of another day. The Nile monitor, largest of Africa's lizards, slips through the undergrowth with practiced stealth. Its forked tongue flicks, tasting the air for signs of prey, crabs, eggs, even fledgling birds. Armored in tough, pebbled skin, the monitor is both hunter and scavenger, its powerful tail a weapon and a rudder as it glides between land and water. In the hush of midday, it basks on a sun-baked log, soaking in energy for the next pursuit. Nearby, the savanna is punctuated by sudden flashes of movement, a sand snake weaving through the grass, nearly invisible against the earth. Its slender form ripples with controlled grace, each scale catching the light. With unblinking eyes, it waits for the chance to strike, its venom swift, its aim precise. Yet danger is never far. The snake, too, must avoid sharp-eyed birds and the crushing jaws of larger carnivores. Under the cover of thorny shrubs, the African spurred tortoise makes its slow, determined journey. Its domed shell, etched by years of survival, shields it from both sun and predator. In the dry season, the tortoise digs deep burrows to escape the heat, a living relic of resilience and adaptation. Each step is measured, purposeful, writing a story of patience in the shifting sands. But the most enigmatic of all may be the savanna chameleon. Draped in shifting hues of jade and gold, it clings to slender branches, its eyes swiveling independently to scan for danger and opportunity. With a sudden flick, its tongue darts out, snaring an unsuspecting insect in a blur of motion. The chameleon's camouflage is more than color. It is a strategy, a way of life, a dance with the ever-changing light. As dusk approaches, the air cools, and a chorus of geckos emerges from the crevices. Their soft calls echo through the twilight, tiny voices in the vastness. Agile and alert, they scale rocks and tree trunks, their padded toes defying gravity in search of nocturnal prey. These reptiles are silent architects of the savanna's balance. They regulate insect populations, recycle nutrients, and serve as both hunter and hunted. Their presence is subtle yet profound, woven through every layer of this wild tapestry. When darkness falls, many slip back into their hidden realms, leaving only the faintest trace of their passing. In the world of scales and sun, survival demands both caution and cunning, a testament to evolution's artistry. and a reminder that even in the open expanse of the savannah, some stories unfold just beneath the surface. Across the savannah, strange towers rise from the earth, some as tall as a grown tree, others hidden beneath the grass, their peaks dusted by the wind. These are termite mounds, ancient fortresses built grain by grain, shaped by millions of tireless architects working in perfect silent synchrony. Within these walls, a hidden metropolis thrives. Deep tunnels spiral downward, cool and humid, sheltering the pale, soft-bodied workers from the relentless sun. Soldiers patrol the corridors, their jaws ready to defend against marauding ants or hungry aardvarks. At the heart of it all, the Queen reigns, her life measured in decades, her body swollen with new generations. But the influence of termites reaches far beyond their subterranean cities. Each mound is an engine of transformation, churning soil from below and enriching it with nutrients. As termites break down tough grasses and fallen wood, they turn decay into fertile earth, creating hotspots where life flourishes. Around their towers, the vegetation grows greener, taller, drawing grazing antelope and browsing elephants to feast on the bounty. Above ground, the mounds offer sanctuary. In the heat of midday, monitor lizards bask upon their slopes, while warthogs and mongooses seek refuge in their cool, shadowy passages. When the rains come, water runs off the mounds, nourishing pockets of wildflowers and new grass. Even after a mound is abandoned, its walls stand for years as homes for burrowing owls, snakes, and countless insects. Each mound is more than a structure. It is a living legacy, shaping the flow of water, the spread of plants, the movement of animals. Termites, though rarely seen, are the unseen engineers of the savannah, sculpting the land and sustaining the web of life. In their tireless industry, they remind us that the greatest changes often begin from the smallest of creatures, and that beneath the surface, nature's architects are always at work. The savannah is a land governed by time, its heartbeat set to the eternal cycle of wet and dry, birth and renewal, hardship and abundance. With each passing season, the very character of this vast grassland transforms, orchestrating a dance of adaptation and survival for every creature beneath its endless sky. As the rains return, the dusty plains awaken. Thunderheads gather on the horizon, and the first drops breathe life into the parched earth. Grass shoots burst upward, painting the landscape in vivid green. Rivers swell and spill beyond their banks, carving new paths and filling ancient watering holes. In this season of plenty, herds gather in great numbers, zebra, wildebeest, and antelope, their young stumbling through the fresh grass. Predators prowl the rejuvenated savannah, drawn by the abundance of prey and the promise of new life. For birds, this is a time of celebration. Weavers string their nests among the branches, and flocks of migratory species arrive, their calls filling the air. Frogs emerge from hidden crevices, their chorus rising in the humid dusk, while insects swarm in clouds, feeding countless mouths. Yet, as the months pass, the rains fade, the sky grows pale, the rivers retreat, and the grasses wither to gold. Dust hangs heavy in the air, and the land's palette shifts from green to ochre. Water becomes scarce, drawing animals to the last remaining pools. Elephants dig into dry riverbeds, searching for hidden moisture, while predators stake out shrinking waterholes, knowing their quarry must come to drink. Survival demands ingenuity. Some creatures migrate, following the promise of distant storms. Others, like the resilient acacia, shed their leaves to conserve water, while burrowing animals retreat underground, seeking refuge from the relentless heat. The savannah falls silent, save for the rustle of dry grass and the distant call of a lone jackal. Through these cycles, every inhabitant of the savannah learns to read the subtle signs, the scent of rain on the wind, the changing calls of birds, the first shoots of grass after the storm. The seasons are not just a backdrop, but the driving force behind every decision, every journey, every life and death on these plains. In the ebb and flow of wet and dry, The savanna's story is written anew each year, an endless testament to the resilience and adaptability of its wild inhabitants. Here, survival is not just a matter of strength, but of harmony with the ever-changing rhythms of the land. Beneath the cracked surface of the savanna, where the sun's relentless heat scorches the land, a quieter struggle for survival unfolds. Here, amphibians, masters of adaptation, face the ultimate test during the long, unforgiving drought. As the last puddles evaporate and riverbeds shrink to dust, most amphibians vanish from sight, but they do not disappear. Instead, they retreat to secret refuges deep below the surface. Frogs and toads burrow into the damp earth, entering a state of suspended animation known as estivation. Their bodies slow almost to a standstill, heartbeats dropping, breathing barely perceptible. Encased in a cocoon of dried mucus, they seal in precious moisture, waiting out the months of desiccation. Some species, like the African bullfrog, become living fossils beneath the ground. Their bodies draw upon stored reserves, surviving for months, sometimes years, until the rains finally return. Others, such as reed frogs, seek shelter in the dense thatch of grass or beneath fallen logs, where the humidity lingers a little longer. For the eggs and larvae left stranded in shrinking pools, time is a race against evaporation. Some tadpoles accelerate their growth, transforming in mere days to avoid being trapped in the drying mud. In these desperate times, survival favors the swift and the resourceful. Yet even in the harshest months, amphibians play a crucial role. Burrowed beneath the surface, they help aerate the soil, their hidden tunnels creating pockets where water can collect and seeds may sprout. When the rains finally break the drought, these silent survivors emerge in chorus. Their calls, once absent, now echo across the revived plains, signaling the return of life. Through patience, ingenuity, and a remarkable ability to adapt, amphibians endure the savanna's cruelest trials. In the unseen world beneath our feet, they embody the quiet resilience that defines this ever-changing land.